Okay, we're back in the museum. We're still doing our part in the social distancing. We're
Did you
alone
know?
together.
Did you know that witches practice safe hex?
And as you see us doing our social distancing, you will
Uh huh.
notice that David is very lean. He sits down and he writes corny jokes
No, I don't.
so he can say them, whenever he thinks the mood is right.
I do not.
And that was one of them.
That's you. Why are you going to talk about me like that? I am your husband.
Yeah.
You can't do that to me. No, I don't. I don't. I don't sit down writing anything. It comes right off the top of my head
Yeah, so it's in there.
because I'm awesome.
But we are doing our
Yeah.
alone together, and we're
Huh.
back with the with our tours, our little mini tour episodes. And today we are going to focus on My Side of the Room and the Thundercats. And
I love the Thundercats.
yeah, Thundercats was a really good cartoon series that came out in the 80s. In the mid to late 80s. Where I was, it came on as a part of the daily afternoon
Yeah, it was an
special.
afternoon show
It wasn't a
primarily.
Saturday morning cartoon. At
See
least
that?
where I was, it
You're
wasn't.
looking at the pops up there.
And I'm going to start from the top and just go down.
Those are not easy to find, and these are, there's versions. There's like a flocked version of Lion-O and
Yeah,
a
which is,
glow-in-the-dark version of Mum-Ra.
yeah, that flock, the
Lion-O's.
Lionel is
Yeah.
just ridiculous. The prices.
Well, the pre-mass production Funko Pops are the ones that are actually worth something.
And these are the Bandai. And
Oh
you'll
yeah.
notice that I don't have any of the original. I actually saw the LJNs, and I didn't like their body style, the look of it. The bodies looked big and the head was like really tiny.
It was an awkward body, and it had a weird, like, choppy function. There's a lever on the back that you could
Yeah.
press. I had the entire LJN Thundercats series sealed once upon a time. It
That's
was,
part of that story. Maybe
yeah,
one day
stolen from me.
he'll go into that, but it might turn into a 3-hour rant.
Oh my god.
So,
And this, of course, these two are convention exclusives. I don't know if you pointed that out.
I didn't point it out, but I did show it.
Yeah, and this one in particular I like. It's kind of almost a metallic look to it. She
Yeah.
has the box for it. She just didn't. She took it the sleeve out so that she could show the figure.
Yeah, because it's totally enclosed by the box. It doesn't have a window like the others.
Yeah, and then the STGCC exclusive done in red. It's basically the same figure as this
Yeah,
one.
just red.
These came out the same series of when there was in the early 2000s, or they had a new show and made new figures, but then they also produced just these handful of classic figures, just those 3 figures as
Yeah.
classics.
And these are the Mattel
Maddie Club.
Maddie Club. They only came out with these. Let me see, what is it? 4, 5, 6. They only came out with these 6, and then it kind of just ended.
Yeah, they stopped.
And they didn't do even the core characters. I mean, they did Lionel, Panthro, and Mum-Ra, the kids, but then they did Pumira and Jackalman, and they didn't do like Tigra and Shitara and Jaga, Sly, the Monkey, or anything like that.
It was inspiring at first,
Yeah.
because when they put Pumira in the mix in the first series, I looked at this and I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's an indication that they're going to try to knock off everybody. And then they just canceled it.
Yeah, they just ended kind of abruptly. This Mum-Ra right here is I can't remember what convention, but it's
Yeah, she has the outer box, but again, she just pulled it so she could look at the figure.
and his legs are here. You can see his legs.
Mum-Ra had an accident.
You take them out and put them together.
And
So-
this is basically just a figurine. He doesn't do anything.
Yeah. So, and then these are the Mezcos, and I like the Mezco. They're not even quarter scale; they're just the big ones, the 14-inch ones. And you can see Snarf here.
Yeah.
with Lionel, and he's also with Chitara, but you can't see him.
I like the artwork on the boxes on these. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Chitara, there's a Snarf in the Chitara box too.
Yeah,
but
it's between her leg.
artwork
It's down there. I don't know if
kind
you
of
can
covers
kind of
that.
see his head a little bit. I don't know why they would put it there. Like on Lionel, they kind of cut the artwork off, and on her, they just covered him up totally. So if you didn't know he was in there, because it doesn't even say on the box with Snarf.
Yeah, it's kind of anime looking, but they did a great job. We should pull this so you can see the tigers there.
The tiger, this one right here is the invisible, because he had that ability to turn invisible. So his legs are starting to be invisible. And then on this one, he's just a regular color.
And this is a convention exclusive from 2016.
Yeah. And then, of course, the Dorbs.
The Dorbs.
From Funko.
It's always hard to see these
in
the box.
And the 3-pack. Then he came out with this Jaga Dorb. And then the vinyl 2-packs. This one, Lionel and Mumra, was the 2017 fall convention.
You see a lunchbox.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and she loves her lunchboxes.
With the thermos.
With the thermos.
And then I had a couple of the Loyal Subjects. I just got 2 of those.
Those are the Walmart ones, because the Walmart exclusives are the Battle Damaged series.
Yeah.
Thundercats #2.
The comic book. And then I got a couple of the Funko Savage World.
Actually, you got the whole set.
Yeah. And I actually like those. I like the body style. The card art, it could be a little better.
Yeah, it's limited, but at least they put something on there.
Yeah, they put some effort. And they did a couple of other figures. They did Slide. They did Monkin. And then I think that's going to be it for them, because they had some back and forth with the Savage World figures. And then they came out with Wave 2 of the Thundercats. So
Mattel doesn't seem to like the Savage World stuff too much.
Yeah.
For the obvious reason. The body style is very similar to the classic Masters of the Universe.
Yeah.
And although they did manage to get their license back.
They did for Masters of the Universe. So we don't know what's going to happen. If they come out with another wave, I might get it, because again, I actually like the Savage World. I like the cards. The figures are pretty cool to me. So, we'll see about that. But this is my Thundercats collection. And again, I do not collect the original, because I just plain and simple don't like the body style. I didn't like the design of it. I didn't like the look of it. Packaging, it's okay. But when they did the remakes, the body style was a lot better, more pleasing to the eye. Packaging was good enough for me. So I rather just stick with the remakes, the newer versions. When I'm able to get older things, or I like older things, I get them. If not, it's all about what you like and what your tastes are. And my taste was for the newer stuff, and it comes down to the Thundercat. So that's what I ended up getting.
Did you want to show your statues?
Oh, yeah. Forgot about the statues.
Oh, no. How do you forget those?
Easy. Just don't see them out of sight, out of mind. Okay, let's go look at the statues. I have 2 Thundercat statues. And we have Mumra here.
Which we've done unboxing reviews on both of these.
Yeah, and he came with an extra hand. Nice base. And the base is reminiscent of in his tomb or lair, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah,
and
his
he had
reflective pool.
Yeah, and he had those heads that went around it.
And he's mixed media, obviously.
Yeah.
So a lot of work went into that Mumra. And this is the deluxe edition, because the regular edition does not have the sword.
And then we have Lionel. Let me see if I can get around and get you a front view. I might have to turn him so you can see.
Yeah, and this is also the exclusive version for the Lion-O, because Lion-O, let's watch out here, so I don't want to hurt anything. This is the exclusive head for the Lion-O,
With the mouth open.
and
David gotta
light
get
up
down.
eyes.
Yeah.
So,
Head off.
see,
Head off. Yep.
he has the yellow eyes that light up.
And that sword is pretty sharp.
Yeah, and that's a complaint that I had about. Of course, we just did the reviews on the Pop Culture Shock He-Man and Battle Cats. Was the He-Man's sword and axe are like polycarb plastic. It's like blow mold, and this is die-cast metal, as is Mumra's Sword of Plundar.
Yeah, you can hurt yourself if you run into that. You can stick yourself and knock your eyes out. So,
Where's your mind?
I'm gonna be careful.
Trying to kill people with Sword of Omens here.
But yeah, that's my Thundercats, and I did order Wave 2 of the Super 7
Yeah.
Thundercats. It's going to be, according to what I saw online, it's going to be fashioned in the style of the Maddie Clubs. And they came out with these figures. So I didn't on Wave 1. On Wave 1, they came out with the exact same figures that are here. So I didn't get those. I got Wave 2 because the figures are different. They're
Yeah.
different characters.
Because the Wave 1 figures are very similar to the ones that were already put out by Maddie Club.
Yeah, so I just figured, I didn't need that as I already have it. And then it'll end up being like Masters of the Universe. You got the same thing like 5-6 times. So I got the Wave 2 ordered, so whenever that comes out. And they haven't put out the Wave 3. I think everybody is slowing down on releases due to the virus, because we got to be alone together and locked down in our homes.
Whatever.
So so whenever that comes out, of course we'll do an unboxing and show it and do all that. But yeah, do you guys remember Thundercats, and did you like them? I really liked Tigra. I thought he was cool. Tiger got the raw end of the deal.
Yeah, they did Tiger wrong.
Yeah, they just simply cut him out of the show. They didn't give him any explanation. They just kicked him off.
He had that one episode where he had a drug addiction.
Yeah, that was sad.
And then they went on to season 2, and in season 2, when they brought in the new characters, they just kind of,
He just disappeared.
Pumira and
Linkso
Bengal.
and Bengali.
Bengali. They just kind of forgot about Tiger. You would see him intermittently.
Yeah, they didn't even really mention him anymore. He was
I guess
gone.
because he caused so much trouble with his drug addiction, they were just like, yeah, let's just put Tiger on the back burner.
Yeah, they put him out the pasture. But yeah, this is again the Thundercats, and I think that'll be it for today's episode. Do you have anything else you would like to say or mention?
No, not really. But, again, Thundercats, classic 80s cartoon programming. Season 1 was better than season 2, though.
Yeah, definitely.
When they
It got
brought in-
dumb on season 2.
When they brought in the Lunatics,
Yeah.
it got weird.
They
and
started
they
going
stopped,
downhill.
They stopped with the moral. And remember at the end of every episode, they did kind of like what Filmation did with He-Man and Brave Star, or even with Fat Albert at the end of it, where they would talk about
The lessons
the
for the
lesson
day.
for the day. They cut that out for like the first half of season 2, and then they went back to it. But by then it didn't feel the same.
Yeah.
But they put out some good product between Thundercats and Silverhawks. Silverhawks was another good show.
Yeah.
And you'd never see the Silver. No one's ever thought about bringing the Silverhawks back, or they've thought about it, but it hasn't been done.
Yeah.
That'd be an interesting one.
Anything else?
No, that's it.
Well, I think that'll be it for today then. Until the next episode.
Okay.